Welcome back to Youth in Politics. I'm Justin Schnitt, and once again I'm joined with Republican Congressional candidate in District 2, John Frary. You touched upon in our last segment the issue of immigration. Would you consider or classify illegal immigrants as criminals?
They're illegal. It seems that they're criminal. How severe this crime is rather depends on the individual. Some, I've seen them, are desperately hard workers. They are illegal, they're criminals, but I don't see them necessarily as liabilities to the country. The problem with the illegal immigration basically is this. A welfare state and open borders do not go together. They cannot be made to go together. If you have 12 million illegal immigrants in the country, you in effect are consenting to a massive flouting of the law. Now, the last amnesty back in the 80s, supposedly they were to tighten up admission. Nothing was done to enforce it. In fact, many people are absolutely infuriated. This figure, 12 million illegal immigrants. Their fury might be better directed at the government and the two political parties who have their separate agendas. The Republicans dream of annexing the Hispanic vote to the Republican Party on the social issues. The Democrats hope to annex them as victims, a permanent victim group, full of resentment against society which doesn't allow them to enter the middle class as soon as they step across the Rio Grande. So the two cancel each other out. And they refuse to deal with this problem. So if I was capable of being mad, which I'm not, being an easygoing, benevolent fellow, I'd be mad at the government. Felonious illegal immigrants commit crimes. I had a talk with a retired border guard officer over in Calais some months ago. When he started out 30 years ago, illegal immigrants were largely farm workers. They didn't present a problem. He said towards retirement, there's increasing number of criminal types. That's a problem. Now, it's often termed as national security. I don't see that as a national security problem in the sense of preventing terrorism. We cannot seal the borders against terrorists. It is a question of national sovereignty. Are we a sovereign nation? Do we have control of our borders or not? We ask the citizens to pay taxes, serve in the armed forces, uphold the country, uphold the flag, and treat it as a accommodation or a convenience address for 12 million immigrants. That's a flagrant contradiction. I can't endorse that. For my own part, immigration as such always been an asset to this country. Always, in large numbers, represented tension and difficulties, as it has in every country, experiencing the same thing. I myself have assisted a Yoruba artist to, first of all, acquire status as a political refugee. Frankly, the argument was a little thin, but I made a good one. Now he's a U.S. citizen. He's hardworking, he's extremely skilled, he's highly enterprising. I've known a number of Yorubas from Nigeria as well, but more Igbos. Igbos are, all of them I knew when I was teaching back in the 70s. They're quite a number. Today have advanced degrees. They're U.S. citizens. They respect education more than Native Americans normally do. So I look, I think it's a good idea, immigration.
Do you support National Guard troops in a fence along our southern border?
I support whatever measures are necessary to prevent the free flow of illegal immigrants. Whatever measures are necessary, short of setting up a free fire zone.
Okay. Undoubtedly, the number one issue in this country right now is the economy. Citizens, politicians, and the nation's leading economists are divided over whether the economy is in a recession or simply a slowdown of growth. In your opinion, is this nation in a recession? And if so, what are you going to do about it?
Well, what am I going to do about it? Now, first of all, for an economic policy, you've got a problem here. Economists can't even agree whether we're in a recession or not. So we're going to make an economic policy without reference to economists, so we take one group of economists, do we flip a coin and say, we're for a recession? Well, it doesn't work that way, actually. If you're Democrats, we're in a recession. If Republicans, well, maybe we're in a recession, depending on what state from them. But if you're a Republican from Maine, we're in a recession. I don't have a master plan for curing it. I don't think this scheme of rebates is too bright. But we'll see how it works out. One thing I have to emphasize, no, I don't have a plan for curing the recession. I don't have any faith in plans when the economic fraternity can't agree on what the condition of this country is.
With that, we're going to take a short break, but when Youth in Politics returns, we're going to discuss the issues of the economy, education, and healthcare with John Frary. Don't go away.